In 1877, James Alvis Lynch, his family, and 50 head livestock left Denison, Texas, and traveled west to drier climate into the town Ednaville. They had heard of Comanche attacks farther out west, so they chose to settle in this valley located in Palo Pinto County. However, the only water source was 4 miles away in the Brazos River. By the summer of 1880, a well driller by the name of Providence agreed to drill a well in exchange for Lynch's family oxen. At first, the water's funny taste worried the family, so they gave it to their livestock to test its safety. Soon after the family began to drink from the well, they found they were feeling better. James and his wife, Araminata, both had rheumatism, which is rheumatoid arthritis. Araminata began drinking the water frequently and felt her illness dissipate, hence the nickname of the healing water. Fall of 1881. Ednaville was being laid out. Popularity and news of this healing water was spreading, drawing attention to the town. Mr. Lynch named himself first mayor. 1888. Once the town was laid out, wells were being drilled, and the third well became the most famous. The mineral water brand that derived from it was Crazy Water, from the Crazy Well. Legend is that there was an old crazy woman who drank from this well and was cured, no longer being crazy. There was also a man named Ed Dismuke also visiting because he had been advised by his doctor that there was no remedy for his life-threatening stomach disease. After continuous visits to the well, he found that his health had been restored. In 1904, he founded the famous Mineral Water Company. It is the only place in Mineral Wells where one could sit in a bar and order mineral water. Even to this day, you can still do so, and you're ordering it from the local place where it's coming from. Before the 19th century ended, the town name changed to Mineral Wells. Early 20th century brought tourists worldwide, and soon bathhouses, drinking pavilions, and spas began to open to cash in on the visitors taking the journey to their town. With the popularity, demand arose, and trains even helped transport mineral water outside of the town. 1906, the bank was organized as the first state bank and trust company. Due to the tourists visiting, this was a big addition to Mineral Wells. 1912, the Crazy Water Hotel was built on the same site that the Crazy Well was located. As the town and its healing waters gained tourists, they took full advantage and made places for their visitors to stay, along with creating attractions for their entertainment. 1925. State National Bank was nationalized. This institution can be easily listed among the pioneer financial institutions of the county now in operation. During the Great Depression, mineral companies suffered due to the luxurious nature of visiting the town. Along with the rest of the country, the town suffered. The FDA also began to monitor the medical advertising, thus limiting the claims that the water companies could make about the healing waters. 1925, the Crazy Well Hotel had a tragic fire and was destroyed. This same year, Washington gave a grant to Brigadier General Jacob Bolters to build a training site, now referred to as the Old Camp Bolters in Mineral Wells, for the Mounted Cavalry in Texas. It was designated an infantry replacement center for the U.S. Army on March 22, 1941. 1927, two Dallas businessmen, Carr and Hal Collins, rebuilt the Crazy Well Hotel, a new 7-story structure on the same site of the old one. It was a beautiful site during the 1920s to 1930s and had over 100,000 people visit per year. 1929, the Baker Hotel opened as an international resort destination. The townspeople got together and put up funding to help outsiders from prospering from their town's fruits and labor. This hotel was referred to as the Grand Lady of Mineral Wells and was built to take full advantage of the lure of the mineral waters. Unfortunately, in 1972, it finally closed and was left to decay for half a century. End of 1940s. The days of the mineral waters were numbered. The town would never enjoy such grandiose times as it had from earlier in the century. You can see how the town rallied around the amazing landscape and its wonders to get people to move or even just visit their town. 1980s, many of the old hotels and boarding houses had either burned down, collapsed, or were simply torn down. But the old Crazy Water survived and was converted into a retirement center. 2018, Crazy Water Hotel was remodeled and restored. It still features historic details intact and of course comes with samples of local crazy water. I chose Mineral Wells because it is very close to DFW, 51 miles from Fort Worth. And although I have not been there, I am always interested in finding historical places around me. This town shows the entrepreneurial spirit that Texans have and how they were able to come together to make this such a great tourist location.